So, you want to know how to ride legally in Thailand and why this might matter. I'm Zed, and I've lived in Thailand for over 20 years now, and I've been riding in Thailand since around 2008. I've seen how things work on paper here, how they work on the road, and what happens when something goes wrong. So, today I want to explain what actually matters when it comes to riding legally in Thailand. Okay, let's start with the most important part first, your license. To ride legally in Thailand, you need one of the following: a Thai motorcycle license or full motorcycle license with an international driving permit. The driving permit should include a motorcycle stamp. This is one of the most common misunderstandings that I see. A lot of visitors think that their car license will cover them for riding in Thailand because some countries allow you to ride a moped, which is 50 cc's and under. However, in Thailand, bikes are 15, around 115 cc and up, meaning you need a full motorcycle license to legally ride one. Now, rental companies will rent anyone a bike with a car license and ID, but the problem is that is still not legal. It's your responsibility to comply with the laws. Oh, keep in mind that international driving permits are different depending on the country that you're riding in, so ensure that you speak to your Department of Transport to get the correct international driving permit for Thailand. Also, be aware there are online services selling international driving permits. These are not legal documents. In the past, some police officers accepted them, but now they know the difference and what to look for, and these documents will not protect you legally in an accident. As for your bike, bikes have third party insurance, not the rider, but the bike. Obviously, if you rent the bike, when it comes to tax, insurance, registration, and all of those things, the rental company, reputable rental companies, will handle all of that. Still, it's worth checking, make sure that the tax, etc., is up to date and visible. However, if you own a bike, you will need to keep those documents current. Usually, it's like an annual process. You can use services or go to Department of Land Transport and get those checks done. All motorcycles on the road should have a visible license plate, current registration, and up to date tax. With regards to insurance, this is a major area people get caught out on. They assume maybe that their travel insurance will cover them for motorcycle accidents, but this is classed as dangerous sports. Additionally, again, if you're riding without correct license or details, the chances are the insurance company will not pay out. You need to check your policy, you need to check the details. Personally, I prefer to have personal accident insurance because I like to have insurance when I'm off the bike as well. And then what I do when I ride overland is I will take out an additional policy that covers me for riding in another country for the duration. That way, my insurance isn't that expensive. Plus, you can combine insurance policies so that you can have extra protection. Check the small print on your insurance because if there's any major exclusions which are ignored, the insurance is useless. There's a lot of GoFundMes in Thailand. It's flooded. People are kind of exhausted by seeing the amount. And there's a lot of walking wounded as well. So, you really need some decent insurance when you're riding here. As for helmets and gear, um, the helmets that they give you in the rental shops may as well be a bucket on your head, to be honest. Either bringing your own helmet or buying one, a decent rated one when you're here. Be aware that the more luxury helmet brands, Shoei, etc., they will come at a premium price because of import, so it's probably cheaper to bring one over. A lot of flights will just allow you to take a helmet as carry-on, so it's worthwhile considering that. I do have a list of helmet shops, gear shops, and additional information on my website. so you can find out where to go. Helmets are legally required for you and your pillion passenger. Certain areas will be more lenient. You will see people riding without helmets, but they are a legal requirement and enforcement varies. As for protective gear, that's not legally required, but from my own experience, it makes a significant difference. I've personally had several serious accidents. One was with an open-faced helmet, and I'm lucky to be here today making this video, frankly. And I still have damage and issues related to that accident today that could have been avoided if I had worn a full-faced helmet. Earlier on, I also had a terrible accident on my foot that got an infection super fast, and there was necrosis and sepsis, but thankfully I could get the wound debrided. I was on a vacuum pump for a while. My foot was saved, and a skin graft was applied, but it was really touch and go for a few weeks. So yeah, a lot of people when they ride without gear, they end up getting, they call it the Thai tattoo, some kind of burn, exhaust burn, or road rash. But infection, if you're not treated carefully or look after it, because of the humid climate, can take hold of the body fast. Checkpoints. Okay, checkpoints. The police traffic checkpoints are really normal in Thailand. Don't panic. You might think that they're targeting foreigners only. That's a complaint I see often. But actually, they're targeting people in certain hotspots, zones. So, for example, the traffic police might be targeting cars only in the outer areas or only local looking people. In the tourist hotspot zones, they're targeting only tourists. So it's not that they're after foreigners only, it's just that they're only after foreigners in certain zones. When they stop you, just comply. If you have all of the correct documents, they will look at them and they will send you on your way. If you don't have the correct documents, stay calm, respectful, and organized. If you need to pay the fine, pay the fine. My video is not about how to avoid fines, those are all over the internet. My video is about how to be legal, not about how to get away with things. So you can find that information and misinformation online. As for border crossings, well, just make sure you have insurance, bike ownership, and the correct documents. Again, that is on my Riding in Thailand guide. You can download the paperwork from there. It used to be that you could only ride 250cc and up into neighboring countries, but now that rule has been more flexible. You can also take rental bikes over the border if you have the correct documents. Keep in mind that Thai plated bikes cannot travel overland into Vietnam. Some rental companies, I think, have found a loophole, but they have to pay premium for that. It's not available for the average traveler rider group or solo rider. So it's better that you will just take a flight and rent a bike there. You can travel into Laos, not Myanmar, because of the political situation there, and also not into Cambodia currently because of political issues. However, usually you can ride into Cambodia as well. So, for the bigger picture about riding in Thailand, you don't need to be paranoid or have any major concerns when your documents are in order. So, for legally, again, Thai motorcycle license or full motorcycle license from your country plus international driving permit and some decent insurance, and then you're good to go. Thailand is an incredible country to ride in. The police are actually really helpful and the healthcare is pretty decent. I also have a little poster printout thing that you can either put on your phone or print it out for all the emergency contact details, etc. That's on my website. Again, it's all fully encompassed in the Riding in Thailand guide, which includes training places, bike rental options, mechanics, and riding overland, and etc. etc. If this video has helped, let me know in the comments. And if there's something that I missed or that you would like to know, feel free to ask and let me know. And I'll do my best to respond with up-to-date information. And also, if you want a hassle-free way to explore the region, I GPS guides with routes, food stops, accommodation, cultural contexts, amazing viewpoints on the best roads, the best riding roads in the region. So consider visiting my shop for a guide. And if you're not already following, please consider subscribing or join my membership programs for behind the scene content and perks and goodie bags and digital downloads and that kind of thing. I have Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, and YouTube membership. Hopefully that has informed you. Ride well and enjoy every kilometer. And till next time, bye.